Greetings, Felix Fortuna, just a caveman living in a modern cave, and as caveman we notice patterns in the night sky, and tonight we're talking about some more of them. This is Canis Major and Lepus, and with Sirius as the dog star, which would be right about here. But this is Canis Major. It is the big dog, the hunting dog of Orion. And so as the dog star of Orion, be Orion, his three belts, his mace arm, his sling arm, his shield, his Nemean lion pelt, whatever you want to put here. Even his bow and arrow could be here. But the three belt stars point down to Sirius the dog star, Canis Major, and the dog always hunts the Lepus, which is the hare. So as you can see, the correlation between Orion and the Canis Major, the Sirius the dog star, and that's Sirius right there in the middle where the nose is. As this one right here is, it'd be Sirius right here, and there's another star that comes right up here, so it makes like a crossbar. As this image shows, Sirius in the middle, the crossbar, and here where it splits, and as you can see, this one goes pretty far off down. So the dog star, I agree, but I also think this is another image. This could be the anchor. And these are stars mapped out, but as you can see, this one isn't mapped out, but Sirius, here's the others. And you can see the image here is this little thing here. And we have Sopdep is the ancient Egyptian name for the Sirius star Sirius, and the personification of the Egyptian goddess known to the Greeks as Sophis, conflated with Isis as the god Anubis. So that's all very interesting stuff. And this would be Sopdep. So the Egyptian view, the divine personification of the star Sirius associated with the Nile. When the Sirius dog star come up, the Nile would flood, so that's pretty interesting. And in the Greek view, they call the star Sothis transliteration of Sopdep, the dog days of summer, so that's cool too. And this is Fortuna, the Roman god Fortuna, and as you can see, she's holding the ship's rudder and the cornucopia. Sometimes she holds the wheel of fate, but I'll show you real quick. The rudder, holding the rudder, holding the rudder, holding the rudder. So that's cool. There it is, holding the rudder, and all that kind of fun stuff. This is from Ancient Egypt Online, about the god Sahu, and as you can see, he's the one looking backwards, and his consort is Sopdep, and here is Sahu looking back to the Sopdep with Re Herakti and the Egyptian crown. So this is Sirius.